And we're on. Can you see
on.
that? We're on.
I can see that.
We're on. Yeah, we're on.
Your shadow in the back looks a bit like I don't know. It looks kind of cool. I know it's probably not on purpose. Like you see, not your shadow, sorry, but you know the light in the back.
The light at the background.
The kind of a luminous kind of pink or something.
Yeah, I put that light on in the background. Devout, I've had that. I've had that one for quite a while now.
Is
I
it?
think. Yeah. Sav's just noticing it now, folks. Just after 6 years. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
Just back over there. Oh my god. There's something behind me. Listen, folks, you downloaded episode 307. Oh my gosh, Deval, seriously. 307.
We're going to heaven.
Deval, how many times have we used that one before? Please, can you change it up now? 307, going to heaven. Please, can you change that one? Okay, so folks, you've downloaded episode 307.
Not 3011. See, I can't rhyme, man. When I get put on the spot, it's even
okay.
worse.
It's got to come naturally. Let's go.
Heaven's heaven, isn't it? Rather go to heaven, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, folks. Look, you've downloaded episode 307, and on this week's episode, we're going to be speaking about Venom, the new Venom movie. There's a new Sony movie, and you know what's really funny about that? Because
that rhymed with 7 Venom.
There you go, Deval. It's so funny, right? We're going to get into the whole Venom thing. There's going to be a bit of spoilers. We're going to talk about obviously a breakdown and what our thoughts are, crucially. But it's so funny because at the beginning, at the start of when I went to go watch the movie, Deval, they had a little bit of a thing for Craven, and in my head, I'm like, this movie hasn't even come out yet. Like, how many times have we mentioned this movie? We still got to wait for this Craven movie coming out. I just thought really funny that after all these years, that hasn't even come out yet.
Yep.
Long. All right, so we've got that we're going to be speaking about. We've got a hidden gem that we're going to be throwing at you, which is going to be a great one. So before we do all of that, Deval, take it away.
Yes, this week we got a little shout out goes to Ciel Noir. Like I mentioned last week, go check out her page on Instagram, Ciel Noir 3. Always feel better once you've left the page, but go check her out. She's doing some really, really great work.
Yeah.
You've seen her now. She's on TV. She's on presenting music, all that kind of stuff. So go check her out. Definite top person.
Yeah,
big
wicked.
shout out to Ciel Noir 3, and she's in Fight Night. You know, the $1 Million Heist, like I mentioned, the $1 Million Heist, Fight Night. That's a TV show that's out now. She's in it. Go check her out. So yeah,
and we got when we get on the show, we've got to just obviously pick our brains about that one. Exactly, so that's going to be great. Look out for that one. All right, let's get into movie news now. Deval, man, this is pretty. I've been reading about this, and this is pretty kind of lame. It's pretty. It kind of gives you an idea of the way things are going with the whole Marvel universe, MCU. So, Blade. I just want to kind of figure out, man, what is going on with the Blade movie? It's happening. It's not happening. Directors leaving, coming and going. You know, Wesley Snipes just came back and played Blade. Mahershala Ali's supposed to be playing Blade, but what's going on, man?
Blade is now blunt. It ain't cutting shit. Nothing's getting cut with this Blade. They've taken it off the schedule list.
Yeah.
Disney have taken Blade off the schedule list. And from that, it looks like it's either being postponed or cancelled. I mean, either way, it's not looking good.
No.
And it now further cements Wesley Snipes' line in Deadpool 3 when he said, "There's only ever going to be one Blade." Did he know something that we're only finding out about now?
True. Did he?
I mean? So,
that joke is only going to get better and better as time goes on, man.
Exactly. So yeah, I think, I mean, if it does get cancelled or postponed, I think we can, things will carry on. It's a shame. It's a big shame because this was remember when they revealed it on the Comic-Con big stage, all the actors were there, like everyone was there. Mahershala Ali came out, put the hat on.
Yeah,
man. This was announced years ago now. Ain't shit happened yet. So,
and we heard him. We heard him in Eternals.
Yep.
You know, he's been. I wonder, Deval, maybe you know more than me on this sort of stuff, but do you reckon if they never make it, they turn around and they scrap it. Right? Okay, look, it's not going to be made. Could he sue Disney? Because he could turn around and say, "Well, you haven't made the movie, and I was expecting to play Blade and get a payday, but you're not making it now." Almost similar to Scarlett Johansson suing Disney because of Black Widow. That became a streaming movie, and she was told it was going to be a cinema movie.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think you could be onto something there, but I think with what Marvel went through with that experience, I think they've got things in place to sort of mitigate against that. So I don't think that's going to be happening. He may get compensated in some kind of way. That might have been in the contracts, but I mean, I don't think so.
Because, like, I mean, surely there's got to be a shelf life, like where you say, okay, if the movie doesn't kick off within, say, 3 years, like, I'm out. I've got to do other stuff. And like, did you mention before he's like hitting 50?
In Mahershala Ali?
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is. You know, if he is 50, he doesn't look it. But
yeah,
I don't know.
We're gonna just use AI just to kind of figure this out.
Yeah, exactly 50. Yeah.
Right. So, all right, they haven't started filming. Imagine they start filming next year when he's 51 and it comes out a year later. So what, 52 years old? How many movies is he going to give us?
Well, they're going to at least want 3 movies out of him, innit? Or 3 appearances. You know how it is. He might appear in someone else's film. So, I don't know, man. But he doesn't look old.
He doesn't.
So hopefully you can go.
But it's a physical role, though, right? It's a physical role. You got. I mean, he's going to be doing martial arts. He's going to be fighting vampires and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with that one. I just find it interesting, the fact that we're going nowhere with that one. All right, okay. Now let's speak about this. This has been on the news, on my news feed as well, and I'm assuming on yours as well, Deval. So Predator. I think there's like 7 movies in the franchise or something. And a while back, you and I, we were here, talking on one of these episodes and reviewing Predator Prey, which was a streaming only release. Was it during COVID, Deval? Did that come out during COVID?
No, it was after that. Exactly. I think at the end of it, it was like 2 years
ago. End of COVID.
Just under 2 years ago it came out.
Yeah.
I think,
And it was set in the Predator universe, but it was when they went back in time to kind of like the 1700s, where we had like an indigenous, a Native American story, and about how the Predator lands over there and they got to fight it. But what's going on, man? Because the director of that one is, I think he's back, isn't he? He's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back. I don't know if they've finished actually shooting, but we just spoke about Blade coming off the schedule. It's meant to be on November 2025, so it's meant to be in a year's time that we see Blade. But what's being put in place of Blade? You guessed it. Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
So Badlands has been put in place. So November 2025 is when we're going to get Badlands. And this is a standalone Predator movie. Dan Trachtenberg directing this one. If it's coming out in a year's time, I would think principal photography is being done.
Yeah.
This is meant to be good. And I'm looking forward to it. But to see what the Predator is going to be doing and what time frame it is and stuff, I mean, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. But not only that, though, because when he was being interviewed, he's saying that there's going to be another Predator movie. So there's actually 2 Predator movies coming out.
Yeah. So Predator is one of those franchises that it's going to get bums on seats. People are interested. People want to know what Predator's doing, see what gadgets Predator's got, see who's going to be against Predator. So, Predator's always going to be interesting. But I think, I don't know. I think so. Elle Fanning's going to be in Badlands, from what I understand. Elle Fanning's going to be in it.
And one of the guys at 20th Century Fox or whatever, who's over there, because obviously they've been bought by Disney and everything. He said we're going to get another Planet of the Apes movie in 2027. We're going to get an Avatar. So they were really kind of keeping the focus on Avatar, on Planet of the Apes, Predator, and those big kind of, and obviously Alien franchises. And those are big movies, Deval.
Yeah. Big. They're known. They're IPs that have been tried and tested. These big studios like to have sure things. They don't like to put too much money into something that is an unknown quantity. And these are known quantities. So that's why they keep produce
It's
it more.
interesting. I think so, yeah. And I think they're going to kind of make them big, make them bold.
Mm.
Alien Romulus, which was just out very recently. I liked it. I thought it was really good. And we know there's going to be a sequel. Apparently, they're saying that the ending of Alien Romulus is going to set up, the two characters at the end, the android and the,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
So they go off and they have an adventure, and there's going to be kind of like another thing that goes on. But yeah, man. So look, Planet of the Apes 2027, Planet of the Apes, we're already kind of getting there, which is still a long way away left, Jet. 27 in my
What's
mind.
that, 3 years? Is that 3
Yeah.
years or? Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, two and a bit
We just
years.
had one last year, was it? Was it
This year, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah.
So look, we'll keep you posted on all of that, and those are big movies which we're going to be going out to the cinema to watch. Really looking forward to the Predator stuff. So it's a great franchise. Yeah, and Deval, just kind of on that Alien stuff. I mean, what new details can you give us?
Oh my gosh, Alien. So, Alien. I think from what I've understood, they're going to follow on from Romulus. You know, they're going to land on a new planet, and I think on that new planet, shit's going to go down. But I think also separately, they want to bring it back to Earth as well. Ooh. So on Earth, there's going to be some kind of infestation. Something from Earth is going to. So this is bringing it back to the homeland almost. So there's going to have different. It's going to be different alien projects. So it's going to be Earth and also in space as well. But either way, yeah, these aliens, they're so good at surviving. They're really, really just battle hardened, aren't they? They can go into space and sometimes, survive, and you can shoot them 100 times. And I don't know, they just always survive, man. They're survivors.
Yeah. Oh man. And you know what? At some point, I reckon they will go back and introduce Predator versus Alien, man.
Alien versus Predator, yeah?
Yeah. They've got, like, at some point, they've got to kind of marry the two projects together, because obviously, historically, yes, we've had that before. But I think from this kind of conversation that one of the big wigs at 20th Century Fox was saying, he goes, it's on the radar. It's on the radar. But we got to do it organically. You can't just like shove one in the other and just be like, hey, like fan service, everything. It's got to work well, man. Come on.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah, hopefully they do that.
Hopefully they do it, and they do it really, really well. All right, okay. And finally, just want to quickly speak about this one, because this just popped up on the news feed. Apparently, DC Studios have already tapped a screenwriter, this guy called Matthew Orton. He's the one who's written Captain America: Brave New World. They've tapped him on the shoulder to write a feature film that will involve Bane and Deathstroke. So let's go back a bit. Bane, Tom Hardy, who we're going to be speaking about a bit later on. Perhaps. So that whole thing.
Oh my
Go on,
God.
do your Bane. Do your Bane voice.
I can only do Bane. I've got pants on my face. I've got the pants on. This one's for the people. I need pants. I can't do it properly. I need pants.
The Bane. And I remember when that movie came out, everyone was like, what is this guy saying? I can't hear what he's saying. Like, his voice got so much kind of publicity more than his acting did. So apparently Bane, who was played by Tom Hardy, and Deathstroke, who was played by, I think, is Manganiello. I think it was do you remember?
Joe Manganiello or something.
Manganiello. Apparently, so those two guys, I mean, not Tom Hardy and Manganiello, but the characters Bane and Deathstroke, there's going to be a team up. Now, why do you think they're doing are doing the villain route?
Because the goodies are not, I don't know, maybe the goodies aren't showing.
People are getting bored of them.
Yeah, they're getting bored, perhaps. Maybe they're just trying to spice it up. I don't know, but yeah, maybe I think there's more. There's also the baddies haven't been done so well. People like a bit of a baddie. People want to know the layers of why the baddie's bad and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and according to this kind of newspaper article from Variety, the way that they work this is, so James Gunn and Peter Safran, they say, right, we're tapping you to write the story. If they then like the story, if they like the script, then it moves into production stage. So at this moment, all they want is a script. If the script's good, then we can be like, okay, we'll take it to the next stage, which, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
They're not just going to they're not going to say, hey, we're coming out with a Bane and Deathstroke movie without, like a Marvel thing. Like, hey, we're doing a Blade movie. But by that time, exactly, because when they announced Blade, did they have a movie script in place?
I don't know, I do not know. Sometimes I don't think they do have it fully in place. They might have a story in place, but not the full script.
Yeah, and it's kind of similar with what they're doing with the Star Wars stuff. Apparently now they announced, obviously, Daisy Ridley, she was going to be coming back for some Star Wars stuff, Rey Skywalker, but now apparently that's been scrapped as well.
Oh, serious?
Yes.
What's going on?
I think there's a massive rethink and a reshuffle, and these movies are costing major, obviously, like, the budgets of these movies. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I think my mic's a bit low. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't know if I sound good or not.
No, it's good. Yeah,
it sounds all right. Okay.
Yeah, no, it sounds fine. But yeah, man. So a lot of that stuff going on, cancelling and working out, and and on the other side, we're getting movies like Kraven the Hunter. Well, there you have it. All right, okay. So let's move on. Let's get into new on streaming. Now this one, Deval, Don't Move. No, hang on. This isn't like a prequel to Don't Breathe, is it?
No, this is the one on Netflix that came out literally last night.
Yes, it did. We spoke about this.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it last night. So this is on Netflix. It's produced by Sam Raimi, Evil Dead, as well as a bunch of other stuff.
Can you give us a sneak peek of what you think?
Yeah, so it's an hour and a half, not a long movie. It's about, basically, Don't Move comes from the fact that there's someone out there who's very insidious, very evil, and he targets people. He finds them, he drugs them.
God.
And then this drug slowly paralyzes them, slowly. He gives them a chance. So they've got a few minutes. I don't know how many minutes it is, but they've got minutes. Maybe it's 15 minutes. I don't know. In that 15 minutes, they've got to escape. And bit by bit, they're slowly getting paralyzed. So like they'll be running and their leg will start to go. You know what I mean? And it's like bit by bit, like they're just like...
Check Deval out.
Do you know what I mean? Then they can't walk anymore. And it's just like, then he's hunting them. So he's very, very sadistic. So that's what the Don't Move is all about. Because soon enough, you can't move.
Yeah.
And then he wants to have his way with you, kind of thing. So yeah, that's what the movie's about. I don't need to spoil it any more than that. That's the premise.
Worth a watch?
It's worth a watch. Yeah, it's entertaining enough. Hour and a half. It's not too long.
Okay.
And yeah, it's small budget, but yeah, it gets to the point. Is what it is.
Yeah, that's what we like. That's what we like on the Flixters. Getting to the point. All right, okay, let's move on. Let's see trailers now. This one, Conclave. Tell us about this, Deval.
Yeah, Conclave. Like, if I say Conclave, what does it sound like to you?
Conclave, just like a cave. That's what it sounds like. Conclave. What? Go on. Go on, explain it.
Conclave is Ralph Fiennes stars in it, and Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow. It's to do with like the Pope. It's to do with priests, like Catholic priests and stuff in where's that place in Italy called again?
Vatican City.
Vatican. So in this film, they need to choose a new Pope. So they need to select a new Pope. And this is one of the most ancient, unknown selection process.
Oh.
Yeah, so the process is unknown. It's really ancient. It's secretive. And this movie looks at how they do it and all the politics. The politics behind
Imagine that,
it looks like a real, like, Game of Thrones-y kind of succession-y kind of proper things that are behind the scenes. You think all these people are just, godly people, but now there's deep politics going on.
Politics behind the whole thing.
This trailer looks really good. People are saying it's going to win an Oscar. It looks good. So yeah, Conclave.
Yeah. Go check that one out. It does look good, actually. Now, this next one, Apocalypse Z, and I'm assuming it's what, a zombie movie, Deval?
You're assuming correctly.
Tell us about this one.
So when I first saw this, I thought this was the sequel to what's Brad Pitt's one called
World
again?
War Z.
Exactly.
Or World War Z.
It's not. This is just something totally different. Yeah, this is something totally. This is a Spanish-speaking film, and yeah, it's basically about some sort of zombie virus that has broken out, and people are basically trying to stop it, avoid it, all that kind of stuff. People are having to kill their own loved ones because they've changed. Yeah, it's exactly one of them ones, you know. So it just looks mad. And these zombies are the like walking zombies. These are like the World War Z zombies. This is like
the running ones.
Running ones, yeah. So the full title is called Apocalypse Z, El Principio del Fin.
Oh God, the beginning of the end.
The end, you see.
Well, the beginning of the end. So, so it's a Spanish movie, and where we're getting this? Is this a cinema job?
Amazon. So it's based in Spain. It is Spanish speaking. It's Spain as well.
Yeah.
And this is on Amazon. This is coming out soon on Amazon. Actually, I think it's next.
Is it? Okay, that's good then. As long as I can, yeah.
This one, October 31st, is coming out on Amazon.
All right, Halloween.
So, yeah.
Nice, decent Halloween movie to watch, a zombie movie to watch on Halloween. Yeah. All right, so go check that one out. Now, this one, Ash. Now, I don't know about this one, so Deval, tell me about Ash.
Oh my gosh. Ash.
Oh my Ash.
Oh my gosh. This one looks mad. This one looks like some kind of Lovecraftian madness. This trailer, I don't know what to make of it. Basically, the synopsis says it's horror sci-fi, by the way. A woman wakes up on a distant planet and finds the crew of her space station viciously killed. So we're talking viciously killed.
Not even killed, just viciously.
Exactly. So, like, you know how there's a scene that happens in Event Horizon where there's like a scene where it shows what happened to the previous crew. Yeah. And they're butchered on a next level. They're butchered to a next level. I think this was that crew almost. You know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
Investigate what's happened. This stars Aitha Gonzalez.
Yep. We've seen her before. She's done a lot of stuff. Yeah.
A lot of stuff. Baby Driver, among other films. She's really good. Aaron Paul's in it, Breaking Bad. Aiko Uwais is in it.
Oh, wicked.
What's his name? That's from what's that film he was in? The karate film.
The Raid.
The Raid. Sorry, yeah, The Raid. So he's in it. This cast is like a handful of people. 7 people in this. Yeah. This is going to be desolate. This is going to be sick. This is going to be dark. It's going to be crazy. It looks bloody as well. So
yeah, it's going to be on our list. So we got to watch it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right, that's on the list. Let's lock that one in. All right, okay. And then, so that kind of leaves us on to Anniversary Corner. So make sure you go check out those trailers and let us know what you think. But yeah, we're going to move on to Anniversary Corner. And it feels like as if we haven't done a Marvel movie in a while, Deval. We haven't done a Marvel movie. No. And this one, of all the Marvel movies to bring up, and that's received its kind of anniversary, this is probably one of the best ones out there. This is Captain America, the Winter Soldier from 10 years ago. And I can't believe it's been 10 years, man. 10 friggin' years.
And this film ages like a fine wine.
This is mad.
This is in my top 5 all-time Marvel movies. This is a top film. Captain America Winter Soldier is a superhero film. It's a political film. It's an action film. It's a
spy thriller, man.
Film. Exactly. It does everything. It's a top film. Top film. That's my favorite fighting scene in all of Marvel. And that's hard.
That's mad.
Talking about better than Thanos' fighting scene, better than Iron Man. For me, the fighting scene between Captain America and Winter Soldier in the street
is wicked.
When they get down to it,
I
Oh, and the
know.
music, the kind
Oh,
of metallic music, the fact that it's them two. Captain America doesn't know who he's fighting
yeah,
until afterwards, and the grittiness of the fight,
I
and there's
know.
that minimal special effects. Come on, man.
Wicked. Man, I tell you, you described it brilliantly. That is that, and
Oh
you know what? It's so
man.
funny because there's a bit in there where there was a bit in there where Black Widow, she goes up against him, and I was just like, "Come on, man, you know
He
what? You know
tries,
what
but he flings
exactly."
her off.
It
Yeah, he
just,
flings her away.
I know, man. But there's
Yeah.
so many elements of that movie, and here's the thing with that movie, Deval. So the Russo brothers, before they did Winter Soldier, I
Mm.
didn't. Even, did you know about them, or did we
I
see any
didn't.
movie about
I didn't.
them?
No.
No.
Not that I know that I knew of. I mean, I might have seen something, but I didn't know. I didn't know of
Mm.
them until then. Yeah.
But that movie was made, and then obviously everyone was like, the Russo brothers have made this great movie.
Yeah.
Then they
Yeah.
come back for Civil War,
Yeah.
and then they're like, right, okay, they're topping it up with Avengers like 3 and 4. It's just like, no, Avengers, yeah, 3 and 4, right? Man, great movie. So if you haven't seen it,
Now they're back for Doctor Doom and stuff,
now
and
they're going to be out for Doctor Doom,
all
which,
kinds. But
yeah,
this
yeah,
this
well,
film, I mean, what's his name? Sabastien Stan. Obviously, he was in Captain America, the first Avenger. We saw him more there as a person, but in this one, he plays the Winter Soldier so well in this film. For me,
I
this is the
know,
best version of the Winter Soldier when he doesn't say much.
no,
He's
I
just
know.
stoic. He's a good actor. I'm
He,
realizing he's a very good actor.
and we're
Very
going
good
to
actor.
speak about him a bit later on. And I know you're definitely going to speak about him, but
Yeah,
silently, we've seen him make some really good movies, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he
He's good.
kind of transforms himself into kind of different
Yeah,
characters, which I think is really,
yeah.
really good. And we're going to get to Sebastian Stan just in a moment. So that was Captain America, the Winter Soldier from the MCU, which when you look at the MCU now, people were like, huh, the MCU. But man, 10 years ago, they were pulling out gems left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, how are they going to top the next one? How are they going to top Winter Soldier, Civil War? How are they going to top Civil War? So it was just kind of this really great period. Now, a bit of a lull, which we will kind of get to, but that leads us nicely onto the main film review that we're going to be speaking about. Deval's going to throw in a hidden gem just in a moment, but we want to get into this one. So this is Venom, Part 3, The Last Dance. So Venom, The Last Dance. And you and I, Deval, I mean, when the first one came out, we were like, okay, it didn't do, critically, it didn't do really well, but commercially, I think it took like 700 or 800 million at the box office. It was a mad movie, this kind of crazy, mad, powerful alien being that we've seen before in the kind of movies, obviously in Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire one. So we know a bit about, the symbiotes. We know a bit about Venom. But I guess Sony wanted to kind of do let's do a restart. Let's go back and let's do kind of like a bit of an origin story type of a thing. So Venom comes out 2018 or 2017 or whatever it was. Did really well at the box office. Then came Carnage, which Deval, I wasn't really keen on, if I'm being honest with you. It was poor. And now here we are, several years later, we've got this third one. What was your kind of expectations? Were you expecting much from this?
I was expecting nothing from this. I was
Me
expecting
too.
this to be
Me
shit. That's
too.
what I was expecting. I thought, you know what? It is what it is. It's going to be shit. Let me just go and watch it and see what
Me too.
happens. I wasn't expecting anything from this. Anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because where they pick up in this movie is where the end of Spider-Man Far From Home kind of ended, where Eddie Brock was pushed into the MCU universe. So Earth 616. So we get that. And that was kind of a bit interesting. So we thought, shit, Venom's now in the MCU. Then he gets sucked back into this universe, but a bit of his blob got left behind. So in my head, I was thinking, oh, so now they're going to maybe explain how that little bit of a blob that was left in the 616 in the MCU universe might kind of feature into it. So we'll come to that in a moment. But he's in Mexico. He's I mean, what is he doing in Mexico? He's just there in Mexico in a bar, getting drunk.
Out kind of thing. Yeah. Just holidaying.
Getting away from the events of part 2.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, I should remember this. I only just watched it yesterday. But what gets him leaving? Something's after him, isn't it?
He's on the run, I guess, because he
Yeah.
sees himself on the news, and he's like, "Oh, if he's on the news here in Mexico, that means he's on the news everywhere." So he said, "Okay, he can't go back to San Francisco. He wants to go to New York."
Yeah.
So that's why they sort of make their way to New
It
York.
was just so lame.
Better.
Yeah, it was just so
Better off
lame.
in Mexico, mate, rather than New York.
Exactly. They're so lame that they see a picture or something of the Statue of Liberty, and then Venom's like, "Oh, I want to go there." Like, and then he's like, "Okay, buddy, let's go get to New York." So the movie is this kind of road trip where Venom and Eddie, they're trying to get to New York, and along the way, they're battling other aliens. They're battling Baron Mordor. Flipping Chewie Tail comes back. And in my head, every single time I see Chewie now in a Marvel or Sony movie, I'm like, this guy does
This is the staff of the Living Tribunal.
Give him a film, please. Give this guy his standalone movie, please. He so badly wants to be in the Marvel movie, right? Just give him a movie because he's now some secondary character in this Venom movie, Deval. Come on, you don't do that to Chewie, man. Come on. So you got all these people after him, the government agency, the alien, and then also we got to speak about this, Deval, the reveal for the big bad. Now, I don't know much about this character, so you're going to have to fill in major gaps for me. What's Null? Who's Null?
He's null and void, mate. He wasn't even needed. He's null and void.
It's so lame, man.
Null is the king or the god of the symbiotes. He's like the symbiotes' daddy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the symbiotes bow down to him. There was some sort of conflict that happened in the movies anyway, that happened where the symbiotes locked him away because he was too bad or whatever. So symbiotes locked them away, and then symbiotes, some of them got to escape and stuff. And then the movie's now saying that for Null to be freed, he needs to get the Codex, which is something that is created if a symbiote's host dies, and then the symbiote brings them back to life. The Codex is sparked. So that Codex then can be used to free Null. So Null is in captivity. You saw him like
at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And this will now bring him, will allow him to escape and then be free, which the symbiotes don't want because they think, because Null is bad to them or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. He'll end up killing everyone and taking over the whole world. Yeah. So they're trying to stop Null. They're trying to stop, this alien thing that's come to Earth.
Them alien things are impossible to kill. Like these, and they're not. I don't know what they are. They don't seem like symbiotes. I don't know what they are, but they're like Null's hounds.
Yeah,
they're like some big creature things that are. They can take 1,000 bullets. The Venoms can't kill them.
No.
This thing, there's a scene where it jumps onto a plane.
Yeah.
What happened to the plane? Please tell me. Because I swear it lost an engine. What happened?
It got sucked into the engine. The alien thing got split up. We don't see what happens to the plane. Right. Okay. So all those people dead, whatever. Right. And then the alien, it just grows back its limbs. And you know what, man, Deval, there were just so many things about the movie which is bonkers. It's so ridiculous. I just was like, Tom Hardy, obviously he signed up to the movie because they're like, look, let's give Venom and let's give Eddie Brock a sending off and let's make it a great one. So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, come on, when you've been given the task to make a final movie and you got to make it a great one, man, pull out all full stops and make it like a really, really good movie. Man, in the end, all it was Tom Hardy. He's just walking throughout the whole movie. He's doing this thing, going, He looks kind of like hunched up. He's doing the talking with Venom, and
it's old, man. He does.
It looks old.
The camera went to his face. I was like, even there's a bit of a montage towards the end where they look at the first Venom. That was 2018, isn't it?
Yeah,
2018, and then was it 2022 or 2021?
Yeah, about 2-3 years ago, man.
Yeah, and then this one, but he's aged quite a lot in it, and he doesn't seem like he needs to do it anymore.
No, I think he looks tired.
Yeah, he needs to stop.
He just looks tired. But there were just so many bits in the movie. It's like, look, man, look, look, we can break down every scene, which we're not going to do. But there was one bit where they go to Las Vegas, and then Venom knows that this thing is chasing them, right? And Eddie says to him, like, if you reveal yourself, then you're going to let that alien thing come along. And he's like, please, 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 I just want to have one dance with Mrs. Chen or whatever. And you know what, man? I just thought, come on, what? They did Dancing to Saturday Night Fever, like Mrs. Chen and Venom. And it's so cringe. Like, at least someone in the writer's room must have said, guys, do we really want Venom dancing with Mrs. Chen in Las Vegas? Like, come on, is this really going to be the thing? And like, oh man, I don't know whose idea it was, but basically there were just so many things. And then Venom and all the other symbiotes, they kind of get out. There's like about 4 or 5 of them, or 6 of them, whatever. Then they got to fight these alien things. Then they got to team up with the humans, and then it's all okay, all fine and good and everything. And then it's just like one thing leads to another thing, and then it's just, I don't know, Devour. I can't sum it up.
It's just not good, man. You know, I just noticed that the whole cast was English. You know that?
Big time. Obviously, Tom Hardy, Chewie,
Juno, the Juno Temple, the lady
from Ted Lasso.
Is she from Ted Lasso?
Yeah, she's from Ted Lasso.
Didn't realize that. I've seen her in Fargo. In Fargo, yes. She is so convincing as an American from Minnesota, because they've got that kind of funny accent in Minnesota or where Fargo is, and she's so convincing.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize she was English.
Yeah, Stephen Graham, who was the copper.
He's the guy from Boiling Point.
Exactly.
The director as well is English as well.
Oh, but there you go.
Literally, if I was American, I'd be like, these English are taking over. You know what I mean?
They're taking our jobs.
Come on, they're taking our jobs.
Yeah.
Flipping. And this film was a letdown. This film was a letdown beyond the letdown. I didn't see any point to it. Venom seemed weak. He couldn't do shit. There was a scene where there's all kinds of different Venoms going on. Venoms were just jumping onto people to help fight against these hound dogs. They couldn't do shit to the hound dogs.
Yep.
Even the guy, Dr. Connor, turns up in this. What was Dr. Connor from Spider-Man? What's his name? What's his name? Kurt Connors?
Kurt Connors. Rhys Ifans. Yeah. He's Welsh. Yeah, so he's British.
Welsh, so he turned up in this as some sort of hippie with his family. He turned up in this, yet he couldn't turn up in Spider-Man No Way Home.
You know what?
He wasn't in that. You know that they used stock footage.
They used stock footage, didn't they? Yeah. And not only that, there's a bit in there where he saves Venom or he saves Eddie. He just pulls out a rocket launcher, and I'm like, what? It's just like the writing was really, really terrible in this, right?
Done by the director and Tom Hardy. He co-wrote this.
So, and I'm like, oh, geez, man. So look. Don't go into this movie expecting kind of a great send-off, because it's not. After the movie, I was like, oh my gosh. And then here's the thing, right? So you watch the 90 minutes of the movie and you're like, you shrug your shoulders. And then there's an end credit scene. Well, there's 2 end credit scenes. And they were just so lame. That's all I got to say. They were just so lame. And what this means is, so are they saying that they're going to have Null? He's going to be the big bad in the Sony Spider-Verse, Sony Marvel-verse. Is that what they're going for?
Like. Andy Serkis is the voice, you know that?
Oh my
gosh. It's not no regular person. It's someone that actually specializes in motion cap. He's the voice of it. So I don't know where they're taking it, man.
So and if this obviously guy, I mean, he's a big bad. Like, according to kind of like, the comic books and everything, he's pretty major. So this means. Like, obviously, if he gets released, obviously, and he comes to Earth and everything. So there's that, right? Which was really lame. And then right at the end, there's another little bit where it's really stupid. So does this mean the cockroach has got he's going to get the Venom bit? So is Venom alive or is he dead?
But Venom's still, the scientist, the lightning lady, still got a Venom. She's still got one in her back pocket. Like, what's going on, man?
I know.
She pulled it out of her back pocket. Oh.
Crunch it, and then that's it. And then she has like some sort of electric sort of thing. So
I reckon that this film's got another half an hour, 40 minutes in it. and
There's an
they cut
uncut
it.
version, right? Yeah.
This film was an hour and 50 minutes. I reckon they cut it because they wanted to maximize screening times in the cinema,
Mm.
to make more screenings, and they took away lots of the film. Nothing makes sense, and that's that. That's what I think happened. That's what I think.
Yeah. So listen, I mean, we're doing you a favor. This PSA, public service announcement, like save your money, wait until it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think? What The Flash was better than this, I think.
The Flash. The Flash. Yeah, I think they're both. I don't know. The Flash seemed like more of a mess. I don't know what's going on with that. Had his good. Yeah, had some good
Yeah.
moments in the Flash, but yeah, I don't know, man. I can't even. Yeah,
So
this one I expected to be shit. So that's fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah,
Flash, maybe
exactly.
I was expecting a bit more, but
A bit more exactly.
anyway,
And
yeah.
have you noticed it's only when they do Spider-Man, when they do the animation, what other one is Sony? What other good ones have Sony done? I think that's it, right?
No,
Have they done a good, decent?
Sony can't do good films anymore. No good
No.
superhero films. Madam Web, no.
Oh,
Morbius, no.
no,
Venom, no.
no.
Yeah, it's just all no.
Craven's going to be a no, I bet you as well. So in my mind, they only do good in the animation, which they're Oscar winning, and then when they team up with Marvel to do Spider-Man, that's it.
Yeah. They need hand holding. They can't do it by themselves.
No, exactly. So that is a massive thumbs down from me on that one. So Deval, have you got time to do our hidden gem?
Yeah, I've got just a quick one on the hidden gem. So this one is called The Apprentice.
Yeah, I've heard about this, man.
Yeah, The Apprentice. This is a film starring Sabastien Stan, and what's the guy's name again? Jeremy
He's the guy
Strong.
from Succession.
Yeah, Jeremy Strong is his name. He's from Succession. He's got a face on him, you know.
He has, hasn't he?
Directed by Ali Abbasi. Ali Abbasi, he directed Border, so that Norwegian film. That
yes.
He directed that. He's directed 2 episodes of The Last of Us.
Okay, great. He's good.
Good director. He's a very, very good director. So this film is about 2 hours long. It shows or depicts the rise of Donald Trump. This is from the 70s when he was pretty much his dad's son. No one really knew who he was, kind of thing. And he's sort of built his real estate business, his real estate empire from the 70s, 80s in New York. And it shows the troubles that he had as well when he was early in his career, when people accused him of only renting to white people and discriminating against like black people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, when it came to rent, like they sort of like didn't rent to them basically, and like was avoiding black people. And there were lawsuits, and he was able to get away from these lawsuits by using deceit. That's what it shows in the film.
Yeah,
he's very, very, as he's depicted to be in today. That's how he kind of was then, and it shows how he got those ideas, who trained him. Because this person that's played by Jeremy Strong, his character is called Roy Cohen.
Yeah,
Roy Cohen, and he's like a hotshot lawyer. He's a sort of lawyer that will do what it takes. He'll use underhand tactics to win.
Right, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how Donald Trump learns. And Roy Cohen says to Trump, "These are the 4 special rules." Like he keeps telling him all the special rules. He says, even when you lose, you say you won. You got to be victorious. You can have lost in people's face. You smile and say you won. Never admit to anything. Never admit to anything. Don't say you did it. Don't take any blame. He teaches them all these things that you see Donald Trump do now. Basically,
I was just about to say, because that's what he does now.
Yeah, just don't ever claim defeat. Never, even when it's someone else's fault. Like all these things he sort of teaches him, and it shows like Sabastien Stan as Donald Trump.
Yeah,
bit by bit, he nails this expression.
Is it?
Yeah. And from the early stages, he isn't the Trump that we know today, but you see how he grows, and you see how he becomes Trump. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like all his relationships, his relationship with Ivana Trump, his early relationship with her, and how that is. She's played by Maria Bakalova, who was in that. She was in the one with Ali G.
Sacha Baron Cohen moving, right?
Yeah, she was with she was in that film that came out during lockdown.
Yeah.
It was Borat.
Borat, that was it.
The Borat films, the
Yeah.
one that came in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also she was in she voiced Cosmo the dog in Guardians 3. She was
Oh,
in Bodies. Didn't realize that, but she was in that.
wow.
But yeah, she's up and coming. I think she's from Bulgaria originally or somewhere like that. But she's good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this film is really good. This I enjoyed this film way more than I did Venom. It's a really good film. It shows Sabastien Stan's range.
Yeah.
He is really good. He's really good.
And this isn't the first time where he's kind of gone biographical, right? He did Tommy with Pammy and Tommy. Remember he did that one? He did the Torval and Dean one. No, is it Torval and Dean? I can't even remember.
Yeah, it was Tonya Harding.
Tonya Harding.
Margot Robbie was wicked in that as well.
Yeah. So he's kind of he's got the Marvel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also got the kind of the depth to do kind of, you know, the other dramatic stuff as well, which I really like about it when people, when they branch off and do those types of movies. So, I mean, does he look like Trump in the movie?
Yes. Yeah. Even the mouth, the kind of mouth he does and the way he talks and all that. Yeah, he does. Yeah. The hairstyle, obviously, they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Does the persona comes on. He's good.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, Deval, how do they do it? Because obviously Trump he never gave permission.
No,
he couldn't have given permission. So how do you make a movie like this then?
Well, you just say it's based on true events, and then you put the thing saying that some scenes in this film are dramatized and not, you know, accurate. So that's the disclaimer. There's even a scene in this where he actually rapes Ivana. Yeah, so I know for a fact, you know, Trump's not liking that, even if it is in the film, you know.
Exactly. Because that's really interesting. Because I always thought, like, you know, if you make a movie about someone who's obviously alive right now, that their lawyers could be like, you know,
be a loophole as to why this can happen. Must be the disclaimer saying it's not all facts. I think that's what it is, but still
they can get away with it.
Yeah.
But his reputation, man, is tarnished at some point. Well, according to some people.
Any news is good news. People are talking about him. This is, you know what I mean? So for him, again, he won't own up to anything, so it doesn't matter. But as long as he's in the press, people most likely to vote for him. That's what he probably thinks. So
where can people watch this movie then?
This is in the cinema, man. I went to cinema to see this, but it's not majorly advertised and all that.
Yeah.
But this is the sort of film you want to watch rather than Venom. This is what you want to go and watch.
This is what you want to spend your money on. All right. Okay. There you go, folks. We have given you the movie of the week, which is The Apprentice. So go check that movie out. And if you do watch it, please do get in touch with us. Let us know what you think. And Deval, do you know what's upcoming, man? What we're watching?
Oh, what's upcoming? It's Halloween, but I don't know if we've seen all the major horror films that are due to come out. There's a few that people have been mentioning to me. One's called Oddity, and one's called Strange Darling.
Zakroff
mentioned Strange Darling. He said when we do that, he's coming on the show.
You know what?
Can't find it though. Yeah, I don't know.
But this is it. I can't. I know. So it's so weird because it's not like it's not one of those movies that you can just easily get hold of. So if we can, Zakroff, if you listen to this one, we'll try and watch Strange Darling. But these kind of movies, Woman of the Hour, I know I've seen that one, Deval. So maybe I'll give you some time to watch that. We can maybe watch that for Halloween. And there'll be kind of like
coming out soon.
Yes.
Red One is coming out in a couple of weeks, but that looks kind of rubbish as well.
I know.
So yeah, there's a few things. Small things you like. What's this? Small Things Like These. That's Cillian Murphy film.
Okay.
There's a few films coming out. We'll see. What
there'll be a few. So we'll keep you posted on all that sort of stuff. Just keep it locked with the Flixters. Get in touch with us. Let us know what you're watching, what you're not watching, what you like, what you don't like, and we will be there.